Hello, hello. I believe the ad is over. We are back on Once Human, though we'll be playing more Eternaland stuff. I don't know if anyone is currently awake. I mean, it is 1:30 in the morning Pacific time. So, ever since they added bicycles in this game, I've been wanting to make kind of like an obstacle course for bikes. I think that would be very interesting. That being said, I'm just cleaning up a little bit here before we head over to Eternal Land. Let's clear our inventory. A bit of looting right before, I think. This is a tad bit loud. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Oh, we're full here again. I need to figure out a way to I feel like sulfur shouldn't be placed with all my other ores. I think that's the reason why it's taking up so much space. Is literally the sulfur. Like, if I take this out and I just put it somewhere. Oh, I could put sulfur along with the other explosives, right? So where the plastics are, maybe? Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah. Ignore my car being in my house. We are clearing up all of the got so much bronze, man. That's what happens when you leave your diggy boy, you know, digging. What do I use this for? Like, it's literally... Ooh. How do I use this? I'm actually a little bit curious. Okay, so, can I dye my bed? Is that... how does this work? I saw it on a chair. Maybe we can put it on a chair. Let's try a chair first. Let's try a chair right around here. How do I use Stardust? You know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. I think I need to use one of those. I think this is what I need. Let's try it. I'll build it on the second floor because there's just way more space up here. Furniture die. Okay, how does this work? Whoa. Yo. Okay. So you can literally... Oh my gosh, you could like... That is actually super cool. Oh my god. So cool. That is actually really, really cool. Okay, so that costs a ton. Okay, but if it's like just also it, wow. We need flowers, huh? We need flowers. Okay. So oh my gosh. That is too cool. You need deviated saffron for this? That is wild. I love this. I am loving this. Oh my god, look at that. Yo, that is sick. Holy, the amount of materials this needs. Okay. This is like some endgame bougie stuff, okay? Like, yo, can I have like a black bathtub? Is that... We live in Medusa's world, everything's like... Can I do this in... I'm actually kind of curious if I can do this in Eternaland. Alright, before I head to Eternaland, I'm just gonna clean up this once more. So we're just gonna grab all the bronze that we can... There we go, that's all the bronze. And then now I can make copper. Okay, we're good. Alright, to Eternaland we go. So, those that are jumping in right now, I will be attempting to build an obstacle course. Because, you know, the bike and all, I think it'd be really fun. This is the area in which I built a test escape room. Which is, you know, it's fun and all, but we're gonna build... I think I'm over here. Okay, we're gonna go over here and start by experimenting with certain, I guess, blocks and stuff. Wait, I want to try something here. If I were to put down a design bench. Wait, a design bench is not allowed here? There's no design bench here. Apparently not. That's unfortunate, because I was really curious how that would work here. I guess it doesn't. Alright. We need to gather like a bunch of flowers. Okay. This is a very nice spot. I like it. So I'm going to put down... I'll put down here just so I don't get lost, but we're going to build in this area. Now, I guess this place is flat enough. Yeah, okay. I'll worry about texture later. We're going to just, you know, just throw a few blocks together, see what happens. Then, you know, then we could, how tall can these go? Alright, let's give that a try. Very basic, but we'll see what happens. I actually have no idea if this will be... Oh! Okay, so first jump is doable, and then we kind of have to... Oh my gosh, you can drift on this. First jump is doable. I'm really curious about the rest of the way to see just how much control that the bike can actually give. I feel like the jump is also just very powerful. Okay. I think we have a little bit of potential here. But also, this place isn't really super flat. I wonder if I can... I guess it is... I want to see if I can... Okay, I really gotta stop doing that. I'm really curious if I'm able to build in water, actually. Like, if so, I could just build a course around here. This place looks pretty flat. Okay, this place is very deep. Never mind. I guess water is kind of out of the question. I could build a race course along this. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. But we'll do that another time. Actually, I want to put a few things down just so I don't forget. Wow, this is really deep, actually. The real question is, can I... Yeah, it doesn't let me. Oh, oh, it does? Okay, it is possible, but it's a little bit tricky. Let me just... I wish I could fly a little faster. So if I were to go... This will probably be the way down. I'm trying to figure out how... Oh. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. I wish I could fly a little faster, but... You know what, it's easier to just ride my bike through here, right? Okay, so... This is very rocky. We'll need actual roads here. Maybe like a 2-block wide or 3-block wide, maybe a little bit more, a little less. So we go over here. And then from... Is there a proper path up is my main question, actually. We go around... I guess we could go up from here. Okay, so go up to here. Is this near spawn? Yeah, that's the... Right, that's near spawn. Okay, so we come up this way. Oh, can I climb this? I'll climb this, okay. Okay, what if I went through here? I don't know if this cuts in too much to the spawn area, to be honest. We're gonna go all the way up here. And this cuts down, so we have to go that way. This way. I'm really curious if I could find a way to bridge this gap. I don't think I can. I don't think it's physically possible for me to do that. Oh, that's new. I've never seen that block before. Half ceiling blocks? Okay, okay, we can bridge across. I love that we can bridge across, actually. And we could... then from here, Yeah, I can totally see that. And then we can cut through from here. Is that half a foundation? That's new. How much does this use? 90. This only uses... Oh, they use the same amount. Okay. Then we can do like a triangle foundation. There we go. Where's that wood? Oh, here. I was like, I'm looking for that wood stone roof. I don't know if it's too straight from there. Might want to curve in a little bit, actually. Yeah, let's... From here we can... cut over to the right a little bit. I'm starting to think that wood ceiling is the way to go. It's just so much easier to work with. Holy. No restrictions. Okay, we're gonna have a sharp turn here. Structure limit reached? No. No, I'm not even close to finishing. Maybe I'm just too far. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay, I think I was just too far. It's good. It's good. It's good. I really don't want to abandon this idea because I feel like it seems actually so much fun. But it is a pretty big project. One more. There we go. Nope. One more, one more. Oh, that was actually pretty sick. Let's do one more, and then triangle. No, we're doing one more because I don't want to cut into the... I really don't want to cut into the waterfall. That is why. So if I do straight from here, I would not touch the waterfall, right? Nope, that still cuts into the waterfall. There we go, that's better. From here, we are going to go upwards. Triangle. I tried. Technically, we could just use foundation here. Right? Overlap with paddle units. Okay, let's get out of the way. And then from here, we follow this trail. Up through here. So this trail needs a path. I think. I don't know. Okay, right around here we need a path. Am I able to just... Oh, I can! That's pretty cool, actually. No attachable building. Never mind, I spoke too soon. We have to figure out a way to get people to go this way. Guess I could build, like... Oh, that tree's in the way. Okay, anyways. Let's figure out those lessons first. We'll go up here. Go through. if I were to just build it backwards from here? I think that works too. That tree's in the way. I'm gonna get rid of this tree. I could actually just cut in from this side, so I don't actually have to... Yeah, let's do that. I don't really want to cut into that area, so if we can cut through like that, it'd be pretty cool. So from here, we can just... Here, do a turn, and then we cut through here. Wait, what happened to... everything here? Is that a bug? I really hope that not everything I built disappeared, because that would be kind of sad. So if we go from here... No, okay, there is... What if we just cut through here? Yeah, never mind. We'll do this. We'll do down. Yeah, okay, that actually makes it more interesting. We're gonna do it like down this way and then loop around and just cut right into that. Alright, let's try that. I don't actually know if it's going to be good. I just know that this is getting really out of hand right now. Okay, so here we could staircase down. And then do another staircase down. Do I need another one? I think I need another one. There we go. And then do I need to cut down through here? I think, yeah, cutting down through there would make it a lot more interesting than just a straight road. I understand that, you know, in races there often are straight roads, but it's better to change it up every once in a while. Let's do here. And then we're going to triangle. Maybe not yet. I triangle here. No, not yet. I'm going to pull this forward a little bit more. Actually, probably better to lower it a little bit. Okay, we are at the 40-ish minute mark, so I do have to run a 2-minute ad. I apologize, but we'll be right back in 2 minutes. Alright, we are back. Just building it out a little bit more before we turn. Actually, let's pull this forward a little bit more. There we go. And then triangle here. Can work along this. Okay, so we're almost done. We just need to connect it from the other side, I guess. I think that's close enough, actually. What if I made this like the starting area? I actually think that is not a terrible idea. We'll look to see if we have other frames we can work with. Does that work? Or does it work? It's such a weird idea. Alright, I fell off. Hold on. it went too fast. I need to figure out a way to make so that this is a smooth transition. And there's no easy way of doing this, I think. Is there an easy way? I don't think there's an easy way. I guess I could just... if I roof it, I might be able to roof it, actually. Maybe. Or... okay, if I do a small roof, does that work? Yeah. A small roof like this. I think that could work. Yeah, I think that actually works. And then... oh, this is going to be a little rough one. Okay, maybe not like that, but we could do it like this, maybe. Yeah, that actually isn't too bad of an idea. I think we're gonna try that instead. Please. Not exactly proud of these hills though. But this does make it interesting somehow. Backwards compatible? You bet. Is this backwards compatible? I don't actually know. Oh, ho, ho. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's not great. Alright. That's our bike soon. And we get rid of this. We do the same thing. That. Okay. Triangle is pushing it too far, so we're going to triangle here. Pull this way. Triangle. I think we can pull this forward like that. And then the roof going straight down. Ah, yes, this is genius. Not really. And then we could do one. I guess I can do one more right here. I don't want to keep having to like go up and down, so we're just going to I'll pull one more down below. No, it's not letting me. Alright, I guess Let's try going closer to see if we can do that. It's not like it. What if it's just... Oh, that is actually genius. And then... There we go. Do these roofs... I'm actually kind of curious. Yeah, it still has that, like... Oh, I am a genius. Hold on, I have an idea. I have an idea. See, these are too high, but if we just do a slight... like that, that's not too bad, right? It's not backwards compatible this way, but... How does this work? What if I did this? Okay, is that better or is that worse? It's not as heavy in terms of slanting. I think it's not that bad. Personally speaking, I think it's okay. It's definitely better than whatever that mess is. I think it's a little better. I think this giant arch is gonna get people killed. You know, it's not really. This isn't. It's a fun thing. It's not supposed to get anybody killed. Or do this. Yeah, why do I use... What if I just use staircases instead? Staircases are... fine, right? Like, you can ride staircases with no issues, right? Yeah. That's... You know what? We're gonna try staircases. Okay, so from here... Staircase. Oh. I am a genius. I am officially a genius. This is definitely Eternaland Shenanigans. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Okay. We're good here. Staircase. Yeah, this is so much better actually. It also saves me materials, I think. I don't actually know if it does save materials. Alright, we're trying this out. We're trying this out, let's go. Okay. So from here is a whole different mess, I'll be honest. I don't actually know if this would work, but worth a try. And then just half the step. And from here, we could just pull it forward. Like that. Okay, that was actually not super expected, but we do have a solution for this. And that is the new half ceiling that I came across. Did not know those existed, to be honest. Okay. I tried. I tried. Okay, so from here, I can just do a staircase, and it is not an issue. Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay, this is a little bit tricky, but I think... Actually, no, it's not. Okay, this is definitely fixable. I don't want to do half if I don't have to. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna go backwards to retrace my steps so I don't have to make the same mistakes more than once. I'm gonna break that bike before we're done here. I don't think this is a race for cars. That's all I can say. Ooh. Alright, here we go. So first, we gotta get rid of these roofs and replace them with stairs. Alright, so from here, how does this work? Too high? Maybe. Or... I'm trying to think if I can work around this. I technically don't think I can. It's gonna be a little tricky, to be honest. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. So let's take care of this extra area for a sec. And from here, we're going to staircase up. Here. Then we'll staircase this way. Staircase up. Oh, up. There we go. Get rid of this bottom staircase. I want to see if it's physically possible to connect. Also, I think that's a little bit too Alright, but that's fine. We'll work with it. Goes down. I think that actually is better. We can clear this down here. I'll currently hide this. Drops aren't available, but I don't really see a purpose of having that there. Okay. Alright, too high up? I think it's a little bit too high up, actually. Okay, so I'm going to drop this area by a little bit. I want to be closer to the ground. Closer to the ground, we go. One, and then turn. Go to this plant. Get a sycamore. Can't highlight that plant. It's a fern. Okay. That. Okay, I think that's too low actually, because that actually cuts into it. Okay, we're gonna have to redo this and bring that back. Triangle here. Boom, boom. Triangle here. Boom, boom. Triangle here. Boom. Alright, staircase down. Guess we have to, I guess, this is a little risky, but we're gonna put a staircase right here instead. Is that a good idea? I do not know. But it is the one that I'm going with. One more triangle. This is just wild at this point. Alright, let's delete some stuff so we don't use up too much resources. At this point, I'm not really talking about the in-game resource, I'm talking about the game engine resource. Because we're gonna be building a lot of stuff. It's almost like I'm making a giant roller coaster. It feels like that, actually. Pull this forward a little bit here. Do a triangle right here. Square off this edge. We're almost done. Actually, I don't know if we're almost done. I hope we're almost done. too soon. I guess I can do 2, and then boom. One more. Here, we can do that. Hasn't loaded yet, we have to go closer. I like how the texture doesn't even load that far anymore. Alright, we are almost done. We just need to clean up, merge the two ends. get closer, otherwise it's not rendering. Okay, so somewhere here I need to figure out how I can connect these two. And how would I do this? Fine. The real question is, why is this off? When the entire thing is connected? It's not. Okay, I have an idea. So, what we do is we're going to drop half a flight of stairs here. Bam. This height should be correct. But why is this? Why is it off? Is my... I'm so confused. It's the same system. Why? The height is the same. Somewhere along the line, I screwed up, I think. And now I can't seem to get it to connect. That's kind of rough. Ugh. Okay, pre-rolls are back on, so we're gonna run a 2-minute break. And I'll figure this out somehow. It's not loading. I already destroyed it, but it's not loading. That's messed up. I'm gonna leave Eternaland and come back to kind of refresh this area. I don't know if it'll fix anything. I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's worth a try. Okay, we are back in Eternaland. Okay, this height and this length, does that make more sense or does it make less sense? This makes negative sense. doesn't even add up. You know what? We're just gonna work with this. We're gonna work with this. Okay, we're just gonna stick with one side. And we'll figure it out somewhere along the line. We'll figure it out. I don't really know what's going on anymore, I'll be honest. Just know that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Actually, we can do this way. Like that. That half stair actually might be the cause. I think half stairs are just really rough to deal with, to be honest. Okay, or at least we're on the same height, right? That's something. This is so weird. 2 angle. Why is it off by, like... I feel like it's solvable, but I want to connect. I want to connect. Like, it's not the end of the world, you know? It's really not the end of the world, but... Oh. wish there was a hot bar. That way I can, like, alternate between things that I'm using much easier instead of having to, like, find things. Wait, did that merge? That looks okay. You know, I think that is good enough. I honestly think that is good enough. Alright, we're just gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. Taking some time to render. I don't think this has to go straight up. This could technically just cut right through. I don't know why it's so elevated. Alright, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. I know that technically it is fixed, but I will always know that it's not connected properly. It shouldn't have that issue. It shouldn't be not connected properly. It doesn't make any sense why it doesn't connect properly, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. This is 100% why it's not connecting properly. I'm calling it right now, that is why it's not connecting properly. You can't have double triangles like that, it breaks the system. I think that is why it's not connecting properly. We'll see. We will see very soon. First I have to find the location in which everything broke. I'm glitching through everything. I think it's here. Yes, this is the location in which everything is broken. And we can do boom, boom. I think I have to follow the rule in which every time there's a triangle, it has to have at least two. I think that might fix some of the issues. Yeah. See, that doesn't work. But the thing is, I can just tear this down. right? And then pull this out. One, two. That. See? That lines up perfectly fine. I think it's the double triangle that messed me up, actually. We'll see. We'll see. Go, and then continue. No, it's too close to the... I feel like this part might be a little bit too low. Hope it doesn't really cause a problem. I mean, it's okay if part of it is a little bit low. There we go. Oh, that's a second one. Okay. We're almost done, I think. I don't know anymore, honestly. I feel like it's just never going to be perfect. And I probably should have settled for the other. No, I don't want this to be too close to that area. Let's push this back a little bit. Let's go here. There, that's better. 1, 2. 2? No. Here, and then we just... I think when you start mixing in the staircases, things get kind of messy. Do staircase up here. Oh, this might be where I screwed up, actually. We'll see. Alright, so... staircase... do a triangle here, then 1, 2, 3, triangle there. That work? Nope, that doesn't work either. That being said, I am getting close to unloaded textures. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go closer. Should have taken the deal and just stuck with it. Now I have to figure out a way to... Oh. feel like we're getting a little bit closer, but I don't actually know if we are. I mean, there's a different way I can do this, but I think it's a little bit too late. So I probably could have... I used like full turns. I just build like... I did like full turns and I use... Let me check that out. Let's see if this works. If I were to do something like that... I feel like this would probably solve all my problems. Probably would, actually, yeah. Okay, you figure out a solution, but it's not really the solution you want. And everything just falls apart. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I think we have to rebuild this from scratch. That being said, it does look pretty awesome. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'll use this. I don't really want to start over though. I think the triangle turns are decent. They're just kind of tricky. If I were to do a... Can I bend here? I cannot bend here. But what if I were to... Oh, okay. Here's the part. Okay, so here, we just straight into that. And then we triangle here. Square, triangle. Nope, that doesn't cut it. So we'll move this back even further. Okay, so put a triangle, like the slope here, and triangle. Square, triangle, square, triangle, square. That works. Actually, that actually kind of works. The problem is it's now... is that half? I don't think it's... It's not half. This is... This is not working the way I want it to work. we're going to see how good this curve can look. If I were to make this slightly longer like that. It's not physically possible to make it. Doesn't look that great. Maybe that is this. There's no winning. There's literally no winning. You know what? No. We're not going to take the easy way out. We are not going to take the easy way out. We're gonna not use. Okay, I might change my mind later, but for now we are not going to use circle corners. We're just gonna use triangles. Because, you know, triangles. Why not? Let's make my life a lot harder for no reason. See that? This height is okay. I don't think this height is a problem. I feel like it is possible to link these. It's just a little bit tricky. Doesn't mean it's not possible, you know? I also feel like the staircases made it a lot harder. But that doesn't mean it's not doable. It just means it's a little harder. Why do I make this so long? I don't think this is going to be very easy. It's really rough, to be honest. Ugh, it's still not working. I'm concerned that I could totally tear this all down and use actual curves, but what happens when the curves don't work? That is my main concern. I think we're gonna start from the bridge. From the bridge and work our way around. Okay, so let's... Alright. It's currently 3:30 in the morning. We're 2 hours in. Let's do this. What could possibly go wrong, right? I think this is a good starting place, yeah. Okay. So, instead of triangle turns, we are just going to do full on right. This is gonna go really, really not great, but does that work? I think, you know what? I think I can make this work. Because if you do something like that, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. And then we could get rid of this. Like that, and turn. This is the only way that I can have it connect properly, I think. I don't even know if this connects properly. Like, there's no way to know if this actually would work. Then turn again. And then from here, we can go down. I think that's a little low. We'll see. Here, then we could pull. Actually, let's pull this out one more. Oh wait, that's way too low. Yeah, water should not touch the tracks. Is there a way to make this? No, that's as low as it gets. Alright, you know what? We're doing it. Full commit. I can't believe this is wild. Okay. We tore that all down. I'm really concerned about limits. Alright, we're getting close to the pre-roll point, so we're going to pull another 2-minute ad. I apologize for this, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright, and we are back, and we also have, oops, not in. We're able to claim our Twitch drop, which is the car truck skin, which I don't have. But, we can bring it up. I'm kind of curious what it looks like. This building can only be placed in this world. Okay. You know what? We'll take a look. We'll take a small break and take a look at the truck. I don't know. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have enough materials to craft the truck. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna build a little bit more space. Space, huh? Okay, stupid water death. Do you think I can't bypass this? I am a pro at bypassing things now. There we go. And let's craft a truck. It should be over here, right? So this is what the truck looks like. And with the new skin that we got, ooh, that's pretty good actually. I like it. I'm not really a fan of like words, but the color is nice. Alright. Well, that is what the truck looks like. Back to Eternaland Shenanigans. Oh my gosh, it's almost 4 o'clock. That's wild. I want to build the base of the track today, and we can continue with all the fun stuff tomorrow. I feel like, I don't know if this is a good idea. Not a bad idea, but I feel like being able to cut through that makes a lot more sense instead of a very square track. I don't know. It's not the worst. I could make shortcuts. Hey, you know what? Yeah. Okay. I'm so hyped right now, actually. I am super hyped. Okay, let's jump back down. Cutting through this is not too bad, I think. I don't know if this is cutting a little bit close. I think I might be cutting a little bit close. Let's turn here. Yeah, let's turn there. Okay, that's out of range, so let's not worry about that just yet. Doing everything at 90 degrees is a little bit rough, I'll be honest, but I think it'll look fine in the end. Especially when you start adding all the fun stuff. Hungry building. That was kind of funny. Almost like a horror movie. And you're running, and then like the floor just keeps falling apart. Alright, we're getting very close to finishing the bottom portion. I think that's cutting a little bit close. That would hit the rocks. Let's push it just a little bit to here. I think that's better. I feel like that might... I don't know if I'll be able to do a proper waterfall cut because of angles. Guess I can do like a turn. Okay, that's a very not deep waterfall, so we can't really. We just kind of have to turn here. Actually, can I do like a turn here? Nope, that isn't correct. Like that, I guess? Yeah, okay. I'm actually kind of curious, can I like... Just throwing... Just throwing this into the ballpark to see if it's possible. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't bend that way. Yeah, the triangles are in a weird position. It's okay. I'll do squares for now, and if things turn out well, if people... If I like the results, I guess. And if other people enjoy it, it's gonna suck if nobody ever saw this. Can I like blueprint this? It doesn't even save the entire thing. I guess it's because I don't really have... Alright, that looks fine. This one here. like that, and then turn. Let's pull outwards a little bit more. Just in case we need the space to make the track a little wider. Too close. We'll bring this a little bit closer, say here. Then do a nice turn. Oof, I almost looked back, I think. I don't actually know. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. I swear if this does not merge properly, like if this is not aligned properly, I'm gonna be very, very upset. We're almost there, we're almost there, we're almost there. Should I? It's a little close to the ground. I might have to elevate this. We'll see. Because here it's kind of elevated, so we don't exactly... Okay, so this is completely great, which means this should connect with absolutely no issues. Logically speaking, it shouldn't have any issues, I think. I don't know. Let's see. Turn here. We can do a staircase down. Now this should connect perfect. Okay, we did it. We did it. We actually managed to connect everything, and it actually works. I'm just glad it worked. Totally. All right, we're gonna ride through the entire track. And I think that's a good place to call it. I mean, it is, you know, like 4 in the morning. Definitely all over it. Alright, here. And we looped successfully. Alright, so that was actually a lot of work, but it was pretty fun. It's a little unfortunate that a lot of these, I can't like, it's really unfortunate that using the triangle method didn't really work very well. But I think this way it's going to be a lot cleaner. But yeah. This is our racetrack. And right, okay. There we go. This is our racetrack. This is wild. This is actually wild. I can't believe I did this, and I can't wait to work on this some more. Maybe I should cut it a little bit. I feel like from here, cutting straight down might save a little bit of resources. Because yeah, I don't need it to loop all the way there, right? Like, we can just cut it down through here. Would that work? Like, if we just cut down this way? It would miss the ship, but I don't think that's a problem, right? Let's see. I really should be calling it a day, but every time I have these ideas, I want to make sure that they were addressed properly. Vehicle nearly destroyed. Vehicle nearly destroyed. Wait, so from here, instead of going all the way around, I could just cut straight down from here, right? Like from here... Yeah, I could just cut straight down from here, actually. That would save a lot of resources. Again, I'm not really concerned about, you know, like, building resources. I'm concerned about spatial resources. There's only so many... There's only so much you can put in anything. Like, yeah, you kind of miss out on the ship, but I don't think that's really a problem either. But then again, I don't really save all that much resources. This place is... It's not really that much resource. But we cut down from there. Yeah. Okay, that's the plan, that's the plan. From here, we're gonna cut straight down. Good plan. Good plan. Okay, so from here, go this way. And then we're gonna go straight down, and way down we go. Wow, that's a very... Actually, I don't know how I feel about such a big... Move this, so do 1, 2. And then I don't want like huge ramp all the way up. I feel like it's not that practical. One, two. Yeah, this would help me save a bunch of spatial resource. I think that is the right call here. Also, I wouldn't cut too much into spawn, because I don't know how to touch spawn. I like to keep, you know, things that are there. I know I already lost a bunch of shrubbery and stuff. But I feel like this whole section takes up so much that it makes no sense to keep this area, to be honest. So why is this here? That's a bug, right? It has to be a bug. Anyways, yeah, I think that's not too bad. This way I don't touch the waterfall. Which I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but we'll take it. I swear I saw a pillar here, but I guess it's just a bug that sometimes uses use states. Okay. I think we're good actually, we cleared it up. For the most part. Few blocks here and there. Alright. Why is there a table there? That's weird. I think this is pretty cool, to be honest. What originally started as, you know, an obstacle course on the side turns into a full-on race course. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah. Now that is that is exciting. That's something I'm actually really excited to finish. Alright, well, it's almost 4:30, so I think it's a good point to wrap up. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I will continue this project tomorrow. Actually, I'm having so much fun with this right now. But yeah, I am very excited to work on this and add more to it and adjust areas if necessary. You know, say this particular downhill, you probably break it down into like sections. Because I mean, going down isn't exactly a terrible thing. Like alright, we're gonna break this down. I feel like this turn is just terribly made. Oh, there's 5 of them. Okay, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna do 1 staircase, 1 staircase, 1 staircase, 1 staircase, 1. Maybe that doesn't really work. 2 staircase? Yeah, let's do 2 staircase. One, 2. Look at that. I think that's a little better. Yeah, okay. We got 1 minute until the ad happens, so this is a good place to stop as ever. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this chill building stream, and I will be back tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and that'll be it for tonight. Have a good one. Bye.